Hello, you're welcome to Standpoint, a program that addresses socio-political issues affecting youth and the general Christian family. My name is Tola. First and foremost, I want to thank the organizers of this event for having me on this program. I really want to say you're doing an amazing job, and I love you. I miss Calvary. I miss everybody. Okay, this evening we'll be talking about a very interesting and trending topic, for that matter. It's been trending for over a month now, and should I say no thanks to our president who started it. In April, he was in London. I'm talking about President Muhammadu Buhari. No disrespect at all. He was in London for Commonwealth meeting, but at the business forum of the event, he was asked some questions, and while he was addressing the people there, he made an infamous statement. I will try to paraphrase what he said. I cannot quote him verbatim, it's quite a long sentence, but I would try to rephrase what he said. He said Nigeria has a population, a conservative population of about 180 million people, and about 60% of this population is made up of youth who are under the age of 30, and a lot of them have not been to school, and they would say, since Nigeria is an oil producing nation, things should be provided for them for free. He mentioned those things: healthcare, housing, and he said education as well. I would like to make some clarifications here. First, general statements are not always true. What do I mean by general statements? When you say, all Nigerians are fraudsters, that is a general statement. You're generalizing the whole people and you're saying they're fraudsters. That is wrong. And if I say all Nigerians are funny, that is also a general statement, which is wrong. But yeah, the president did not say all Nigerian youths. He said a lot. But a lot means many. So many. It means if you take 100 youth, over 50% of them, more than half, that is a lot. And I don't think that is true. So that is the first clarification that I would like to make. I don't intend to disrespect the president at all, but I will just speak my opinion. And please note, opinions are not always fact. So my opinion might not be a fact. Another thing that I would say, if you have been to some parts of the country, you would be forced to agree or to reason with the president. I had the opportunity to serve Nigeria in a region of the country, the Niger Delta region of the country. I spent a year, and yes, I was able to get first-hand information and see the attitude of the youth. Well, we all know what has been happening in the Niger Delta region of the country. Yes, we have seen how they have been maltreated by the government and by their own leaders, and we have seen how restless their youths have been. And yes, I met a couple of them who were saying exactly what the president said. And if you travel to the north, I have never been to the core north, but from what I read, you would know that quite a number of the youth are uneducated. I don't know if they demand things from the government to be provided for them for free. I don't know, but I know that quite a number of them are uneducated. And so if the president is talking from the perspective of, okay, Nigerian youth who are from the north or who are from the south region, the Niger Delta region, maybe we would have to agree with him or reason along the line. And please, it is not just limited to a part of the country. We have people all over the country who are lazy, kind of. What is laziness? Everybody here knows what laziness means. It means not wanting to work, not wanting to use your energy. However, I see and I read a lot about Nigerians who are not lazy within and outside the country. A lot of them do not wait for the government to provide these things. They go all out to fetch for themselves. They go all out to make sure that they survive. Recently, someone said that youth should start including in their CVs that, okay, they have the skills of surviving in Nigeria. To survive in Nigeria is actually a skill. That's funny anyway. But yes, so many Nigerian youth are not lazy. Do we want to talk about students who burn the midnight oil to ensure that they pass? Or do we want to talk about hawkers, young kids who have no means of going to school? You see them on almost every street in Nigeria hawking, not just for them, even for their parents. We have traders, we have people who are underemployed. I mean, those who have gone to school, and by the virtue of the certificate that they have, they should earn more. But they accept any job that comes to them. They are underpaid. They don't want to sit at home. They want to be doing something. They want to do something. They don't really care about how much they are given. These people are not lazy. We have people who are not even paid anything. These are voluntary workers. You see them in every organization. They work for free. You see them very dutiful, very diligent. These people are not lazy. I'm sure a lot of you are in one of these categories of people. If you are not a student, you have a trade that you're doing. So, well, I would say, personally, I do not subscribe to the statement of the president of Nigeria that a lot of Nigerian youths are lazy. But we cannot rubbish his statement. We cannot throw it into the trash. Of course, well, he knew what he was saying. We have the lazy one amongst us. We have people who hide under the guise of the government is not doing enough. The government is bad, and so I need money. And these are people who go to any kind of criminal activity to get money. We have internet fraudsters, and it is so sad that the rate is so alarming, and it is sad that these people do not even hide anymore. And the saddest thing again is the society is afraid to speak up against them. When you speak up against their activities, they come all out against you. You cannot condemn them in the public now, because even people of influence are on their side. That is sad. And well, those for me are the lazy youths. We have people who just want to get rich as quickly as possible by any means. All kinds of criminal activities. And quite recently, we also what happened in our banks there in Offa, and it's so sad. Condolence to people who lost their friends, families, and loved one. I pray that God will comfort them. This was perpetrated by those I'll call lazy youth. We have people who are lovers of pleasure above work. They just want to have pleasure. They just want to enjoy themselves. You see them at all events, all parties. You see them clubbing. That's what they want to live for. And that has pushed a lot of people into drugs. Now there is an epidemic in Nigeria, and that's the illicit use of drugs, codeine, tramadol, and all sorts. These kind of people are called lazy youths. You have no reason for whatsoever to go into crime. For those who are saying government is not doing enough and that's why they are indulged in criminal activities, I tell them, you're doing the exact thing you're accusing the government of. You're robbing people who worked all their life to save money, to keep money, and you just go and you swindle them, you trick them, and that's sad. Some claim that, okay, yeah, we are taking what the white men have, what they stole from us. Oh no, that's not what you're doing. You are robbing innocent people. The people who you're taking things from them, they knew nothing about slavery, they knew nothing about colonialism. So you're just guilty of what you're accusing the government of. So I would say to the youth, to you, be busy doing something. Do not be busy doing the wrong thing, but be busy doing something. Identify what you're passionate about. Know what you like to do. Know what you find quite interesting for you. Forget about what people are saying. Oh, that thing, it's not marketable. It doesn't bring money. Do not be discouraged by whatever thing anybody is saying. Even if you're not given relevance, do not be discouraged. Develop yourself. Look at your immediate environment and even look beyond your environment to get more information. Acquire as much knowledge, as much information as you can. Be creative in whatever thing you do. This is one thing that I feel so many Nigerians lack, but the good thing is Nigerians are not getting more creative daily. I follow events on social media, and I can boldly say that Nigerian youth are now very creative. Some of them, and a lot, are not quite creative. Well, I wouldn't know if it's because of location. The creativity of someone in Lagos cannot be compared with that of someone in Kwara. I wouldn't know why. So, be creative. You have what it takes. God has given you that ability. He has given you that talent that you can use to make wave in the world. Channel your energy into creative things. I'm going to cite some examples. I know so many ladies out there. I have met quite a lot of them. They criticize clothes of people. They criticize wares of people. I met two friends some years back, and they were talking to each other, and they said, okay, I went to that wedding just to see the wedding gown of the bride. And they started talking about the wedding gown of the bride. Well, do you know, if you're such a kind of person that you cannot just let go when you see someone wear a kind of clothes, it registers in your mind, and you think about it, you talk about it, you talk about the good part of it, you talk about the bad part of it. Do you know, you could be a fashion critic, you could be a fashion consultant. All you need is more knowledge. more information, what is trending, what is in vogue. And you see people consult you when you see where you can talk about it, and you can even get money, you can make money from that. Be creative. Are you gifted in making hairstyles? You weave or you plait, you can do it. Oh, why can't you be creative? Have your own style. Market it on social media. Do you know that the shuku, the all back, all those kinds of traditional hairstyle styles that we have were done by some people? It was first done by someone. You could start your own. You could have your own style. Market it, and before you know it, you start trending. We all know how the internet works and how it projects people. You see the guy who started Accolade, deserves some accolades, and everybody's talking about accolades. There is one now, Shumoyej Me. It was done by a guy who has been in the movie industry for years. He has been singing. He sang his first, or he released his first song in 2001, and nobody knew him. But 2018, 17 years later, he just did a comedy skit, Shumoyej Me, and everybody's talking about Shumoyej Me, Shumoyej Me. We all know all those things. That the social media is really helping people, helping youth to trend. So you could have your own style and you will trend. If you're someone who naturally makes people laugh, do you know that you can be an event moderator, you can be an event anchor, you can be an MC. You make money. MCs now make so much money. It's not reserved for a particular group of people. No, you can be that one man too, who will be known not just in your environment, but all over the country and all over the world. Could develop yourself to be a public speaker, an orator. Do you like news? Do you like to talk about the government every time? When you see your friends, you just want to talk about how the Senate is at war with the executive and stuff. You could be a political analyst. You could be a socio-political analyst. You could make money from that. You could start writing. You could have your column on dailies. You could start from just your Facebook. Write your thoughts, your opinions about what is happening in the political space of the country. And good enough, we're moving into election era, election time. And a lot of politicians will be looking for good writers who could write about them and market them, sell them to the public. Do you know that you could be contacted? So the opportunities are limitless for you. Only if you would be creative, if you would develop yourself, if you would look beyond your environment. Oh, another one. Are you a good cook? Do people commend you when you cook? Like after eating your food, they'll be like, wow, that was lovely. Do you know that you can make money from that? You don't really have to start a big restaurant. For a start, you do not need that. I know people on the internet who market, they'll just take a picture of their pot of soup. Oh, I make ogbono. If you need a plate, just send a DM to me. Send a message to my box. I'll deliver. You pay this amount. And people are making thousands of naira daily. You are in a school. Yeah, we have Federal Polytechnic there. And you know how busy students are. You are in several groups in your school. Like for your class, you have a WhatsApp group, you have a Facebook group. Do you know that you can make money? Just snap pictures of, okay, yeah, I make a 40 row, I make pounded yam, okay, for a plate, pay this. And that's how you can start making money. Okay, well, this is not a money-making talk. It's about being lazy and not being lazy. So I just want you to realize that you have all it takes to stand out. You are not lazy. You should not be lazy. I believe you are not lazy. But it all depends on what you do with your life, what you do with your time, how you live daily. I would like you to take the statement of the president as a challenge. Ask yourself, are you the lazy type or are you not lazy? Are you the one who always criticizes the government and the government is the reason for your failure? The government is the reason for your idleness. You do not do anything because the government has not done enough. Yeah, I believe the government has not done enough. I believe if the government is doing enough, those guys you see in different shops, those we call Awomo Ibo, Tonta, Asho, the government is doing enough. Those guys should be marketers. They are good. If they are given just a little push, a little encouragement, a better platform, those guys can be great marketers. So, yeah, the government is not doing enough. But you should not say because the government is not doing enough, you also won't do anything. Then that makes you lazy. Do not forget Proverbs chapter 24 verse 33 says, a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of arms. So would poverty come unto you like a thief, and scarcity like an armed man. So if you do not want poverty to come to you like a thief, you do not want scarcity to hit you like an armed man, don't sleep all your life. Don't fold your arms and continue nagging, but be diligent. Whatever thing you're doing, put in your best. Be dedicated to it. Be creative. Also, that's in Proverbs chapter 22 verse 29 says, have you seen a man who is diligent in his work? He's going to stand before kings and not just ordinary men. If you don't want to be seen as just a common man, an ordinary man, you have to stand up and be diligent. I believe you are not lazy. I am not lazy. We are hard-working youth. And it is time to show to people in power, people in government, that we are hardworking. We will give them a run for their office, a run for their money. It is not by violence, it is not by being disrespectful, but it's about being hardworking, using our intellect with our strength. I believe we have what it takes to be excellent youth. Thank you. Thanks to the organizers once again. I love you. I miss you. God bless you.